Hello, I'm back to play some more Islanders New Shores. Last I left off, I was doing the Mount Roberson challenge. This is where you just get a bunch of wall platforms to start out pretty early. I mean, that's really obvious, right? The episode before, I had gotten this verdure area set up. I had gotten a lot more boons, and I had played a bunch of cliff houses snaking around here. Not much else. I think I played like one or two houses down here, a wall, and then I have this wall platform set up with the statues. The statues are in range of score multiplied temples, so ones that aren't going to be range increased, right? And they're also in range of a lot of the trees. I don't care about nature interaction bonus points here, but these guys were worth 100 points for being beside these trees. So it's much better than putting them on one of these platforms, or maybe somewhere over here where there might be more opportunities for like other houses and things to be beside them. These guys were worth the most points. What I'm hoping to do now is to keep my point or my building amount high so that when I do run into another fortune teller, which I might be able to draw one naturally, I think I will be able to at some point in this game where it's going to be worth it for points compared to like at the very end after I'm doing all my guild hall point inversions, you know? And I would like to bargain and duplicate them compared to temples because I am going to be drawing another one of these eventually. I'm going to play one here, demolish it, play a second one here, demolish it, and play a third one here, and it's going to stick around. So I don't need any more demolishes than that, and I don't have space for any more temples than that. So the only other option that I have to bargain or duplicate is a fortune teller because they're high scoring buildings. Sure, I could do a mountain shrine, but they take up so much space on the terrace, and I don't have any shrink buildings that I don't think I'm going to have enough space for more than I think like 3, maybe 4 mountain shrines that I'll get by the end of the game. I don't want to click bargain on my fortune teller yet because I might get a boon of duplicate to be able to, bargain and then immediately duplicate since the fortune teller will be in the right side of my building bar. I'm hoping to get like around 450 points out of these guys. That would be like, not best case scenario, there's always going to be a better case scenario with fortune tellers, but like, it'd be a fine break point for me to hit. So how do I get there? Well, I could play cliff houses for like 20 points in this area. If I bounce it on the wisp, maybe a bit more. If I play it in beside these statues, maybe even more. I think, let me try placing this guy underneath again. I think hold on. It was around here, I believe. Maybe a bit further off to the side. There it is. So this guy's only worth 20 points, right? If I want to play a fortune teller, every time I get another building pack, I'm going to be getting, once I finish one of these loops here, I'm going to get 6 buildings. So if I divide this number by 6, that means that's how many average points per building I would need to get to make the fortune teller break even. If I earn more than that, then the fortune teller is going to be worth more down the line. So playing a 20-point building is less than 175 divided by, it's less than 30 points that I need as an average point total per building. So what is worth more than 30 points per building? Parks in verdured areas. Come on, we know this. We know I love my green areas. And then on top of that, I'll be able to play hermitages and mountain shrines for like big jumps in score, 300 to like 400 points. And then hopefully that will get me enough to get all of my boons to make me able to like duplicate my fortune tellers how I want to, as well as like maybe even draw enough to get the third fortune teller by that time. I'm unsure. So instead of working on my temple pit or anything, playing the challenge around the wall platforms like I should, I'm just going to be playing a bunch of parks. I do want to know, I do have another wall platform in case I need to add an area to play even more parks. I feel like that would go back here just because it's also going to be beside the hermitage. It would delete one blossom tree. Ooh, unless I put it down a bit lower. That's interesting. I could also, okay, so I've been told by one of the people in the community that there's a special park that has no height. I don't know what he means by this. I don't know of a park that doesn't have height. Because, like, this guy, he's got trees that go up, right? Surely they have to, unless... Hold on, is this... So this park might be the one that has no height. So, like, I could play a wall platform literally directly underneath this guy and then play parks on it. However, I don't know if I can get, like, a wall platform in such a position. I'm kind of interested to try it. Do I think that this one is good over here? No. Is this one better? Oh yeah, it's going to be beside statues. That is going to be better. I wouldn't be able to play everything underneath it because this one statue is going to be blocking it, but What if I were to play it here? That might also be in range of the guild hall or the temple. So I'm going to undo this building. Let me just make sure that I don't have... Yeah, it's the statue that I'm undoing. I don't care about that. I'm going to play this just to see if, what is it? They truly have no height, or if they just have a very minimal amount of height. Come on, you were back here, right? Right there. Can I slide you in any further? I mean, I'm not going to be even able to play parks that go too far underneath this platform, just because, like, I need to get my cursor in there somehow. So let me see if this works. Yeah, so this park does have some amount of height. It doesn't have no height. I would like to check with some of them in the future, but I can't be wasting any of my wall platforms. I could also wait a week until me and the guy eventually play. We're going to be doing an Island 19 run together. He's been setting up sealed boons and rerolls to be able to do the same strategy as I had last time, but he's also been score maxing the other islands. So I think he's going to be coming in hot with like around 500,000 to 600k in score, it would seem. 60 sealed boons, which I had 61 sealed boons last time, and hopefully some amount of rerolls. It might not be as much as me last time, especially because he's going to need to look for Aurora, and we want to be playing on a tropical biome to like be able to play as many trees in as small as areas possible. We'll be able to use both of our own strategies that we've like developed from watching my Island 19 run, and like further define how you should play an Island 19 with that like setup, you know? We'll be playing fortune tellers instead of temples for a lot of points. Like there's going to be big changes that are going to lead to big changes in points. Napkin math is saying at least 2 million. Other math, maybe he can get up to 2.5 or 3 million. I'm really rooting for like this run to like be the run. We both know that we can get more than 61 sealed boons going into the last level though, so like there is room for improvement, sure, but like come on, how much? Who else is willing to do a run like that, you know? Eventually I want to go back to it in the future, but not yet. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have the wall platform placed. Let me get to playing my parks. Before I start playing my parks, I should actually play my terrace so that I know where it's going and so that I know where my mountain shrines are going to be. I would like to play it in such a spot that I can play a second one beside it, so it would have to be further to one side and then hopefully enough space for a second one over here. It's interesting. Part of it can go onto the wall platform. I don't think it's on the wall platform, actually. I think it's standing on this down here. That's what it's doing. Okay, so these trees are much easier to delete because the leaves are bigger. I would like to delete as few as possible, but it's going to be harder to detect which ones I am or am not deleting. Okay, so let me try like locking this into a corner, and then I can like rotate and see like what I am actually getting rid of and what I'm not. I think like down here would be a good option, as long as I don't delete that tree. Am I deleting anything down below? No. I think I am deleting a flower on the inside of this terrace. So there's one flower there, and it does not show up here, even if I bring it down as far as I can. But this is looking really good if I were to get this terrace placement off, without deleting that tree in the bottom. What about playing one like further down here? Okay, so let's say I play here and I delete one flower. Is there anything else I'm deleting? It looks like... So there's one small tree underneath the terrace and it still is standing. This, I think, keeps all of the trees except for the one... No, that keeps the one in the center spawned. It just deletes this flower here and these two here. Does it get rid of this tree? It doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, that seems to be pretty good. Doesn't delete any of the trees, it just deletes a few flowers. Can I make it delete less flowers somehow? I don't think rotating it like this is going to work. What about rotating it one more? That is deleting one flower over here and then one underneath here. Unless I move it over that far. Can get that flower back without deleting the tree up front. Okay, this is seeming like the best position. Let me just look at it from the other side to make sure it's not deleting anything weird from here. So like no matter how far off to the right I move it, it doesn't delete anything until it deletes that tree on the left side. So like, yeah. Over here it's not getting rid of anything important. And I think it can still keep that flower around. I think it might delete that extra flower down there. So let's say I play it at this angle, then I'd be able to play a terrace over here guaranteed in the future. If I play it at this one, I guess I would also be able to play a terrace up there guaranteed in the future. Okay, I'm gonna play the one that I can see from better, because like this side I know that it's not deleting anything. This side I can double check to make sure that it doesn't delete anything as it goes down. Okay, there. That is good. Let's see how much a mountain shrine on top of it is going to be worth. Now, I wanted to wait to play this terrace before I had like a city center down somewhere, because then it's going to scale it an extra 10 points. Don't know how likely I am to keep up with that. Okay, a city center over here, it might block one of the... Okay, let me undo this. I know where this terrace is going to go. I just need to play a few more masons or city centers first. This city center, if I play it down here, is that going to interact with the wall platform that gets played? No, it doesn't. It's actually very close, and it's going to scale off of 1, 2, 3 wall platforms. Maybe I could put a plateau down here, play things off of it in the future. It's also going to help scale fissures. This is a fine spot for a city center, even if it detracts 4 points, because it's going to earn me 6 points later. Hold on, if I'm playing buildings for, like, being worth it for the fortune teller, is playing this early worth it? I actually don't think so. Okay, let me undo it. It's getting me an extra 6 points now. If I hold on to it and I play 2 fortune tellers, maybe score multiplied, it's at least worth another 6 points in the future too. Plus it doesn't detract 4 from my score. Okay, back to the placement over here. So it spawns all of the trees over there. I would like to make sure that this flower stays in. There we go. There we go. Like that. Okay, I locked that one in. This 360, pretty nice, pretty nice. Compared to, this is 291. This is almost worth the same amount as playing a mountain shrine up there. Is there any way that I can play a mountain shrine and a hermitage up top? I don't think so. What's a hermitage worth up there? 221, yeah, so it is still better to play a mountain shrine up top. Also, the longer I wait with a mountain shrine, because of like other buildings, like residential buildings, the better. Interesting. Something I'm gonna have to consider for like before I ship it, when I'm trying to get a bunch of points for my fortune teller. But I'm just gonna add a building pack. Higher. This guy isn't gonna score anything right now. We'll want to score it off of lumberjacks later, but lumberjacks come after parks. I think I start playing my parks now. Anything else that parks scale off of that I would put down in this area? Not a plateau. Not a fountain. Don't want to take up the real estate. Tower, terrace, statue. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So I don't have to worry about nature interaction points here, but I still want to delete as few trees as possible so that more parks and hermitages can scale off of them in the future. Where's looking like a good area to start building? Thinking like from one of the corners, maybe? So I don't want to be playing buildings for 25 right now. This is looking like a 2x2 spot. What about you right here? That seems like a pretty good spot. We're not going to be putting a hermitage here. This has to be chock full of parks. Okay, and I can like slightly go over the line here if I want to. I can really go over the line if I want to. Oh no, there's a tree in the way. Do I delete that tree if I move it up past the line? I do. Does that still delete the tree? That does. Okay. So here. Then we're looking for a 2x2 spot. This is like one of them. Leaves enough space for another one down here in the future. Okay, that's fine. Wait, is that the one that takes up no physical space upwards? Because like it doesn't have any paths on it. I don't know, and I don't want to go back and test it. It's gonna take too long. Do I delete one tree right now to get better park positions? What about under here? Under here doesn't delete anything, right? Nope. Okay, I like that then. Two points away from our next building pack. I think a nice square park could go here. Back here is in the future when I'm fine deleting that flower. Do I rotate it at all? What happens if I rotate it? What about this? I would have enough space for a skinny park to go down here. Maybe another thick park. I think I'm going to play this one first to not delete any of the trees. That's... Okay, I could delete one of the trees because it's not blooming. Prefer not to. How far? I have to back it out pretty far to not delete that guy. I'm hoping for another thick park to seed. How much does it delete? It deletes that one tree, or it would delete the one up there. If I rotate it slightly, then maybe it fits. This guy could rotate slightly. This guy could rotate slightly. Let's try that. Park. So you're rotated slightly to get a bit further over. And then you are rotated slightly to fit in here better. I'm really hoping that you don't snap in one direction or the other. You do. That's a very far amount to snap, by the way. It locks this building into place, so I do need to play around it somehow. Alright, there we go. I just had to play it a little bit further away and then it wouldn't snap. That's nice. That's nice. We can add a building pack now. I'm fine to lock in these two parks. Some more wheat fields, some more houses, I think. It's really hard to see all of the building options. We still do have a wisp. I don't think it's ever getting onto the hop field and off of it, though, so I can place that, too. What's next? The park. 28 points. Oh, can I not place one here? Oh, it can kind of go over the cliff's edge. Not much. How many trees does that delete? I think it's 2. This deletes 1 and a bunch of flowers. So not yet, not yet. But you, there is 1 tree that I'd be deleting, and I'd be opening up a lot of real estate for future buildings. Or I could delete 1 flower over here. But it's not built up against a terrace, which then I would like know the bounds of my building. I think I'm fine deleting 1 tree then for that. Do I also take this amount of extra space, or do I leave the flower behind? I think I'm going to play this. I'm going to see if there's enough space for... I don't think there's enough space for a 2x2 over there. What if I play you like this? I don't like that as much. I do also kind of want to play a 3x1 down that corner. What if I were to just play a park straight smack dab in the middle, right here? What if I were to play a Hermitage here compared to the side? What does that look like? 250, 159. This is pretty close, though. Okay, so this doesn't need to be the Hermitage spot. This is, so I can play parks in the center. This could maybe be a Hermitage spot. I don't think. No, a park is already in the way. It can't be. Okay, I am going to need more spots for more Hermitages. It seems like another one is going to go down here. Do I want to do that now before I forget? No. I'll be fine without. So I don't want to place a park there. This 68-point park is feeling fine to me. I'm gonna fit a skinny park over here, but before I do this skinny park, because it still does delete a flower, I would like to do the one underneath here. I guess this one also deletes a flower. Then eventually we'll place one more skinny one here, but that deletes 2 blooming trees, so we're gonna wait on it a bit. We are still making more points per building pack to make like fortune tellers worthwhile, so that's good. Let's go add building pack. We have now gotten around 2 score loops from parks, meaning I've gotten around 400 points, which I could get 1 boon if I were to play like a scoring multiply temple. I'm gonna do 1 more building pack before I grab the temple. So I wanted to place this guy. Does that delete anything? I think it deletes a flower. That's fine. This guy deletes 1 tree. That's tragic. That's tragic. Oh, placing... Oh, sorry. The movements get to be quite a lot if I ever use right click. I should be getting used to using Q and E here. Here seems fine. It's like it doesn't hit any of the trees. Just need to double check. Yeah, it doesn't hit any of the trees. 52 points. Right there. And that's high enough to stay out of range of this guy when I want to play him in the future. I could actually move him down a little bit. I'll leave him. I'll leave him. Okay, what else gets played? This seems like another 2-point park position. It would have to be a skinny park, but I don't want to take up that, like, amount of space. I would rather... Hold on. What can I play you for back here? 35? That's enough to be played. How many parks do I have left? I'm gonna get like 40... Sorry, like around 30 parks, I want to say, by the end of the game. I've already played a lot. I can always make another wall platform if I need more space to play them. Is it better to play them like really nicely aligned back here? I don't think so. I think I need to leave the trees up. Even if I'm getting less points per park at the end of the game, it's better for my Hermitages. Now, I've got a skinny park. I'm thinking about playing it here. This is seeming like a pretty good spot to me. I can't move it any further to the right. I can't move it very much further down. It's not wasting much space. We take it. Alright, we've now made it to the next building pack. I want to see what these next 2 boons are. Oh, I forgot that I could also be playing shamans before I'm deleting any of these trees for like, yeah, that's a lot of points. Okay, so I'll have to do that next, but we'll boon sleuth first. So boons, score multiplier, and where is it? Temple. For even more points, because I added 1 more statue in here. Is 34 the most? 734? 753 is the most, okay. So the temple is currently the most shoved up against this wall, moved up slightly from the down, or shoved into this corner, I should say, moved up slightly. This is definitely going to be enough to hit both. All right, there's a new boon. And more boons, question mark. Anything behind you? No, these are our last 2 boons. Okay, so I don't think I'm getting the last level up. I'll be back to re-roll these ones. Gotta go for a second. All right, I'm back. Let me go back to my buildings and double check that, yes, I have indeed undone my temple. So I'm going to select my 2 boons. These are the last 2 that I get. I think I have around like 5 rerolls. We'll see when I click this. We've got shrink building or score multiplier. Score multiplier is probably the way to go. So what am I using it on? I'm going to draw 1 more fortune teller. I do have a mountain shrine that I can use it on, like right now. It's going to earn a bit more points for 350. So that's going, and then like, what is it? I'm playing 2 temples with a score multiplier, 1 with an increase area boon. Right? Hold on. I want to see how much this increase area boon actually does to the temple, because it might have been more worth it to like not take this boon in lieu of another score multiplier or a duplicate. Just so that I know for next run. Increase area. Temple. It's worth 670 compared to being worth 670. It's going to be worth a lot more as I place more buildings here, but I don't know if the increase area boon is worth it to take now. I could just cram a lot more buildings really close beside it. Like these 3 statues are really carrying the score. Okay, so I'm playing 2 of these score mults on the temples here. I'm hoping to get another fortune teller with a bargain. That's something that I duplicate. I could play 1 on a mounted shrine as a backup of scoring like, what is an extra 200 points off of it? So like that boon is worth 400 points to me. Compared to shrink building, which is worth like next to nothing. It could maybe fit an extra mounted shrine up here, but I don't need to worry about that. I could play more on wall platforms or just smack dab in the I don't think I can play it smack dab in the center anymore. I still don't think I take shrink build. I still don't think that I should take shrink building. Let me actually see where the mountain shrine can go other than up here now that I have started playing parks. So it cannot fit down here. It cannot fit over here. It could fit over here. And 162 isn't a bad score for it. It's not great, but like it's better than shoehorning myself into shrink buildings to get 2 more up here, which are going to be worth 50 points less each. Can it be placed back here? It can for 200 points, and it'll hit some more residential buildings, so that's also fine. I think I'm going to stop playing parks back here. We've got 1, 2... That's not going to be a 3rd mountain shrine spot. That's not going to happen. 3, and then this will be 4. So I've got, 1, 2, 3 spots for mountain shrines, which is good. What was it? So that means that I'm never taking shrink building. The score multiplier works on fortune teller 1 that I bargain, and then I'm hoping to duplicate for a 2nd one. Yeah, it is better to take a score mult than 2 duplications, because the score mult is worth 120% of points compared to just 100% of points. It might be worth slightly less, because if I were to play a fortune teller first, that's going to get me more building packs to scale the 2nd fortune teller more. But like it's not enough to make the 20% difference in points. I do have enough buildings to score mult. It is going to be the most worthwhile boon for me, apart from level up. So we'll take it. Now I'm looking for any form of duplication, bargain or duplicate, or I'm looking for a level up. I don't assume that I can find a level up because I have seen, I took a level up this time around. I took a demolish this time around. I think I re-rolled once and I've taken a score mult. So that's 5 things that I've seen total in this pack, which means there's another 14 because there's no travel in here still in the pack, which would mean that I would have to re-roll 7 times to shuffle the pack and then have a chance of seeing level up. If I go to add boon pack, I only have 4 of these. God, why does it have to do this to me? So like, the 4 rerolls that I took are now like meaningless. It's still a good option to take it, so that I could have like guaranteed that I've gotten these things. But like, this is technically what I've wanted. Is there any other boon that does better for me? Let me go into my notes to go over all of the boons. I don't think I have all of the boons here. Hold on, maybe it's in my image dump. Do I have an image dump in here? Let me go to Connor's boon tier list so that I can look this up. Okay, so we've got the opportunity for increased area. Not going to use on something that's going to like be worth enough points. Sustainable. Not going to be used on something that's worth enough points. Don't need to demolish. Don't need one extra wall platform that's going to do nothing. Don't need another wisp. I've already got one of them. Don't need more rerolls. Don't need neighborly. It's not going to get me more than 400 points. Like, even if I play my city centers at the very end, in range of all my other city centers, it doesn't work. We've already taken score multiplier, already taken level up. Don't need a shrink, don't need sealed boon, don't need add cliff house for sure. Don't need add verdure, don't need precious, don't need add statue, because I think I've already taken an add statue for this time around, because I've taken 2 add statues and we're only on the second run through the boons. Hold on, let me actually go through all of the things that I have taken or discarded on this run so far, to see if my 4 rerolls is going to give me a chance at another level up, because that could be worth it. Trial Explorer, screenshots, where are you? Screenshots, you. Okay, so we're crossing off increase area. Or no, we're not crossing off increase area for this time around, because I haven't done anything to it yet. Hold on, I think this is the app that I need for it. Okay, there we go. So I have taken an add statue on this one. I've taken a level up on this one. I have taken score multiplier on this one. There's no travel. I am currently seeing duplicate and precious, which then means that I have the possibility for bargain, blossom 2, demolish 3, add wall platform 4, summon wisp 5. I've already taken reroll because I've gotten 8 of them, so that's taken off the table. I've got the chance for neighborly, add terrace, sealed boon. Shrink, I think, is still in the pack. I just saw it last time, but I didn't take it. Cliff house, verdure, increase area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so even if I reroll through everything, I can't get another level up. Duplicate is my best option. So now that I know that, like, I've got 2 demolishes and no more ability to play temples down here, I don't have the space for mountain shrines. Those are, like, the 2 other biggest scoring buildings. It has to be fortune tellers that are worth the most points. So I can add them to my building bar, and it's going to be so nice. Instead of doing calculations, I can just hover over it to see how many points they're worth and, like, when I should play them. Also, if ever they get worth more than these temples here, I can use... No, I'm supposed to use my score multipliers on them, if ever they're worth more than the mountain shrines. Okay, so we bargain a fortune teller. Yes, and then it goes to the right of the bar. We get 5 more single options, but that doesn't matter because we don't take any options anymore. And now we duplicate that fortune teller, and they're both worth 429, already worth more than these. And what is the temple sitting at currently? It's 471. If I can get this to be worth... No. I use score multipliers on these guys. Okay. Anytime I can't play a building that's worth more than like 33 points right now, I should be playing a fortune teller. I should probably pop my Hermitage, my mountain shrines, at least one of them before that happens, to get an extra 6 buildings for an extra 20 points on both of these. But we'll see when that comes to it. I'm going to continue playing my parks because they're like a good amount of points right now. They can't be played here. That's where Hermitage goes. Oh, I'm excited to put down really, really high point scoring fortune tellers. Like, you wouldn't expect it on Mount Roberson. This seems like a really good placement. 47 points. And it doesn't lock up or down. That's perfect. We've got another skinny park, which I could play down here, but that deletes trees, so I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to play... No, I can play things in the middle, because the mountain shrine can't fit in here anymore. This guy doesn't work. Oh, this guy doesn't work. Okay, so it is going to be a 2x2 park. If this guy also deletes that one tree from existing... I don't want to play, because you might get in range of the Hermitage and block it. You delete... too many trees. That doesn't work. Don't want to play things down here for like 20 points yet. Not yet. They need to be played for like 35 or more. Not over here. I think, was this a spot for a... Wait, was that a spot for a mountain shrine? Right there. Let me back out for a second. The undo still has it there. I'm not going to place any of these mountain shrines. I'm just going to look. There's one spot here. Oh, right. It was 1, it was 2, it was 3. That's where the 3 mountain shrines go. So I don't need to worry yet. Can't fit you in here nicely, can I? Yeah, no, it deletes that tree. What about in here? You're always going to delete one of the trees, it looks like. That's 2. Okay, that deletes 1 tree and 1 flower for being played here. How much is my mountain shrine scoring off of my parks? It's scoring 1 point off a park and 4 off a blooming tree. So every time I place a park like that, it's just really, really hindering this mountain shrine and any other mountain shrines that would hit it in the future. Like this guy over here is going to hit it. Like this guy over here doesn't hit it, actually. Okay. That's still 1 point on a park, 2 points overall for an 8 loss of points on my mountain shrines. If there's any spot that I can weave this guy in to not delete a tree, then I'll do it. But I don't want to take up too much space because I think at some point I'm just going to have to start massively deleting trees because I'm going to get so many more parks than these 6. So I think it might be time to send my mountain shrine, but not my parks yet. Okay. The thing about sending a mountain shrine this early, it scales off of a temple. I don't really need that to be down first. It scales off of blooming trees. That's the majority of its points. It scales off of pyres. I want my city centers to go down first. They're not worth enough points to play before my fortune teller. It wants... Excuse me. Shamans. That's what I'm forgetting. Where are the shamans again? I think I've got like 4 of them. They're going to be worth a lot. Where are you guys? There. Okay. I'm also surprised that I haven't hit any more masons or any more seaweed farms since. It's just been a long time since that's happened. We're seeing 75 points here. 79. It deletes the tree, though. Don't want to do that. 75 on this corner. Okay. What about getting 1 down here? This would hit for 90. That's nice. It does pull the wisp onto it, and then I could pass the wisp around from shaman to shaman, but then how am I getting it off and back into this area? I almost don't like that. So I'd want to play a mansion beside this guy to pull the wisp off and onto the mansion for a brief moment, and then I could play cliff houses again near it to pull the wisp back onto it. Or I can just play a shaman that's not in this area, but if I don't, then it's missing out on all of the points from the statues here, and those are really nice points. Like, this is going to be worth 85, minus 5 from the wisp, and then I could play another shaman. Here in range doesn't really make sense. Here in range maybe does. It's worth 74, which could be worth more than the other, like, worth more than other places. This is also taking up park real estate, and this isn't really. I mean, it's taking up a skinny park position. That's not that bad. Okay, so let me start by playing a shaman here and then figuring out where it's sized around this area. I'm going to undo this shaman, I promise. Also worth 90 back here if I don't get the statues in range. That's crazy. Down here, not worth as much. Up here, not even close. In here, nothing. Okay. So we're going to play it further out on this side so that I have more space to play a future one back here. Yeah, this guy's still in range. Don't like that. But this guy isn't. So we play another one for... I think there was like 75 on this wall somewhere. I'll be able to find it again. Yeah, okay. So 75 is our baseline. Can we find another 3 spots that are worth around that amount? If I'm playing it right here... Let me undo the guy that grabbed the wisp and then play this one down so that I know how to play around it. Or this is roughly what a 75 point position is. We would play you on this guy, and that's not interacting with the other shaman. That's good. For 75 points. Maybe a few more if I can get it further back to hit some trees. No. Okay. So this one's also worth 75. So that's 1, 2, 3 shamans. And then the fourth one can go around here for 80 points. It can maybe fit in... maybe it can fit across the chasm in a weird way. Oh, but then that's going to be in range of, what is it? This guy, for sure. So I'd have to play it further back here. But this, no. This here. This right here for 76 points. Okay, that's where all the shamans go. So I have to wait to play this one. I'd have to play something to get this guy out of range. I guess I could play a cliff house up here after playing a shaman. Okay, so where are they again? Pretty early on. I've already played this shaman back here. I'd like to play him for 75. I'm gonna delete him. We'll replay him again in a bit. So this guy goes down for 76. Come on. Without deleting the tree, please and thank you. Oh, that's worth 80. Is it something I can fit in here? Okay, let's try this. 86. So I don't think that's taking up much space from where parks could go in the future. Maybe it's taking up it's one block of space. I shouldn't consider it. Is this gonna stop this guy from scoring his 75? He is, so then it's no longer worth it to play it there. Yeah, okay. We just hit the 76 first try. Very nice. And then we hit the 75 on this side. This blocks a wall platform from going here. And that could stop... What's that going to stop in the future? A lot of lumberjacks from going down in this area. They could also be built on top of stone, though. That doesn't matter. I don't know about placing a shaman there. I'm going to wait on that shaman then. Could I play a shaman anywhere else that's worth roughly 75 points that's like in range of another one of them? I guess this one would be. It's worth 73. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And if I play more here, maybe I can get cliff houses underneath this area enough to just score off of the shamans. I don't think so, but it's an opportunity for points at least. So the further I walk it out, the more points it's worth. That's worth 77, but if I keep it walked back, then I'm not going to be taking up any space from parks in the future. I think I keep it walked back to... No, I can't get it up to 75 points. It's only worth 73. Okay. We might get one more shaman in the future. I think he draws 6 instead of 5, so that might still save space for this guy to go down. No, it doesn't, but I could play one down here instead. Maybe it might hit this guy. It might. Okay, if I play this one further around this corner for a few less points, but giving my guy off to the left more space, is that worth it? Okay, is a wall platform just here, beside these trees, better? Like this. How many trees does it delete? How many parks in range of the other buildings would it give me? It's deleting this singular tree to be able to put a lot of other buildings around this. I think this is where my next wall platform goes, so that means I also can't play a shaman over here. So let me just play this one in this corner, and then we'll move on. Try playing other buildings. Where is it? Shaman. Here, this is bouncing the wisp onto it. How much further away would it have to get? It would have to get lower rather than higher. I don't like that, so I am going to be playing a mansion up here to draw it away. The mansion is quite good because of all the statues nearby. I could play it here. That feels like I'm forcing my hand a bit, though. I could maybe do this instead. So it's worth 37 because it hits all the statues. This is worth... Don't like that exactly either. Okay, what's a house looking like here in comparison to a mansion? 33, not even better. Okay, yeah, I am just playing a mansion here then. Moving on with my day. Okay, and now with that there, I can play a cliff house on top of this mansion in the future, or near this mansion to ping it back onto the wall eventually. But this shaman that I play here is not going to pick up that wisp. I guess if the shaman picked up the wisp, it's not the worst thing in the world because I could just play future cliff houses here to bounce it off of the shaman. Yeah, I'm fine with the play that I've made. I'll stick with it. Okay, 5 points. I think I'm good to lock in all the building positions I have so far. I don't want to overthink the shamans that I have. Okay. Okay. What gets me to higher scoring fortune tellers? We're at 432 right now. If I were to play 6 or 5 buildings within this range, it's still worth it. That's not going to happen, but okay. I need to decide if this is the shaman that I want to play or this is the shaman that I want to play. This guy is worth 60 points, so I'm never playing him. I would rather play one down here for the same amount of points, but not taking up the good wall platform position. Or I could even play one down here to get more cliff houses beside it. How many cliff houses am I realistically playing there, though? Ooh, I could also put one here so that some of my houses and my mansions are close by, and they'll be able to make up the 30-point difference. That is taking up space away from my cliff houses on this wall itself, though, which I don't like. Okay. Let's see what a lumberjack looks like in this area. It's worth 37 points compared to in this area it's worth 33. This guy, it's actually worth like 41 points because it's beside this lumberjack for -4. So lumberjacks are better on this side. What about parks in both areas? These guys are going to be worth around 22. These guys over here are going to be worth around 40. I'm going to have a lot more parks than I am lumberjacks. Wall platform goes down over here. It is going to delete a tree. Do I do that before or after my first mountain shrine? I think after my first mountain shrine. So that means I can play my first mountain shrine right now. Okay, if I play it in this corner, I still have enough space to play a monument in the top right for some more points, and then maybe a few extra parks can go up here for points. I don't know what else would. If I'm no longer playing a shaman over here, though, I can play the shaman. What is it? Maybe if I walk it down the wall a bit, it's still going to be worth it. 60. It's worth 69. 71. It's pretty close to 75. And where's the spot in the future that I'm playing it? Because, like, these two are now probably going to be mutually exclusive. This is a 61, 67 point position. It's hard to roughly translate it with a wall platform in the way. This guy would have to be all the way in this corner, and that's only worth 55. Okay, so I need to be at a 55 point position, and I think I already do by just, like, playing one over here again. Yeah, okay. So I'll play you for 67 points over here. Before I get too crazy and delete more trees. Should I consider if the shaman is going to earn me more points if it's played beside cliff houses and mansions and such? Again, if I play it down here, though, I'm taking away space for my cliff houses, and I've got 40 of them. But it is adding how many points per cliff house? It's adding 3. Actually, not that much, because this is going to take up, like, I guess it's only 1 cliff house position. Because cliff houses played beside each other give 1 point to each other. I could alternatively play it, like, right here. That does also take up cliff house space. If I walked it out a bit, it might be worth it. Yeah, because this is 50, I'm going to be able to get some mansions and stuff beside it. Even this mansion beside it would have been fine. So then I could have bounced it up here with a shaman, bounced it down here to a second shaman, and then bounced it onto this mansion for extra wisp points. C'est la vie. Okay, I want to make sure that I play this far enough away from the wall that I have space for the cliff houses. but not too far away that I get rid of buildable space with a mansion or something above me. So I'm thinking here is a pretty good sweet spot. I'm going to have to double check. So we take a mansion out, and that 2x2 slots in there perfectly. So that's going to be played eventually. And then we take a cliff house, and we check to see if that can be played behind it. Yes, it can. Okay. I could have played a cliff house first to bounce the wisp onto it, and then onto the shaman, then off. I don't care to. It's like 5 points. I'm fine. Now is when the time is right to finally ship that mountain shrine. It's losing out on 24 points from a hut. Hold on. How many points am I losing out on by playing this mountain shrine early? If I play this one all the way up here for 373 points, that means that I'm going to get 2 more score multiplied, what is it? Fortune tellers off. Or let's say 3, because it's going to, no, 2, because it's going to give me 400 points. Those 2 are going to give me 12 buildings total, times by 3 for an extra 36 points, times by 2 because there's 2 fortune tellers for 72, multiplied by 1.6 because of the score multipliers on the 2 fortune tellers for, what is that, 72 times. I'm opening up a calculator. I don't need to do this in my head. 72 times 1.6. We're getting 115 extra points by playing this mountain shrine early. How would I recoup that if I were to play the mountain shrine later? I would be getting an extra 20 points off of my huts. I'd be getting probably some points off of my pyres. They'd be somewhere below me, I think. I would be losing out on points maybe from blooming trees. My monument isn't going down before that, and like maybe I'd hit a few more city centers and residential buildings. Do I think that I'm going to be playing around 60 residential buildings underneath this? Does it count cliff houses? It does. It does. So like if I play this one up here, it might be not as worth it now. I want to have funny high fortune teller scores. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna get rid of a bit of my choice paralysis. It is also gonna make it harder for me to like remember the 2 mountain shrine spots, but I'll do my best. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Hold on! Hold on! We need to get that wisp off of this guy. I've been in this situation before. What's a building that doesn't score off of it, and what can we put the wisp onto? Or do we just not worry about putting down mountain shrines until like the very... No, but if I have to wait until the very end of the game, I can't wait until it goes onto all of my parks. Okay. It's currently on the mansion. I need to get it off the mansion. Does a mountain shrine score off of city centers? It does. That doesn't work. How would I even get it onto a city center? What scores off of mansions? This seems like the time to open up a city. Where's my graph view? Here we go. Okay. Mansions. Actually, I can just open up regular mansions and then show backlinks. Show backlinks and document. Okay, so to be able to score off of a mansion to like get it onto something else, a negative point could be a circus nearby. Don't want to place that because it's going to take up too much real estate. Don't care. Could be a cliff house, but that also scores off of the mountain shrine. So I need to find something that doesn't score off of the cliff house. I could put a wall down, I think, because that scores off of a mansion. It does. And a mountain shrine does not score off of a wall, correct? Where is it again? Here? Okay. Okay, that's the play. So I need to find a good spot for a wall back here that scores off of this mansion or off of a related cliff house. I can get 20 points off of the other archway and get it close enough, just close enough to get it in range. Now that does stop a lot of cliff house positions back here, but how many are actually being hit by the guild hall on this back wall? Let's check. Where are we? Guild hall. It needs to be down in this corner. We walk it up a little bit. It's not able to get all the way over there. It might even actually be able to detect the wall as an extra building because of like the archway attached to the other guy. And that also means that a range increased temple isn't going to do anything. So, like, it's fine if we don't smack this area full of cliff houses. the 32-point wall is definitely going to be worth more than the amount of points that like we're going to lose on the Wisp, or the amount of points that I'm going to lose on a Mountain Shrine by not being able to play it before it hits all of these trees. I would like it to be as unassuming as possible, so I'd like to keep it below the wall platform. That seems good enough. I want it to be better, but I don't think it can be. Like, I could put down more buildings up top there, but then I'm also wasting building draws. Okay, 32 points. And I think that is enough points that my Mountain Shrine is just going to bring me to... No, I need to play one more building after my Mountain Shrine. That's where it's worth the most. It used to be 379 up here, but that was an extra 5 because of the Wisp. Yeah, we'll lock in that wall. There is no way that I'm getting to my third fortune teller in time. No way. I mean, maybe after I play the 2 score multiplied fortune tellers, I'll get a lot more points than what I'm expecting, but I don't think so. I think I'll still be able to play the next fortune teller for like 200 points, but like nowhere near as much as it is right now. Go back to my boons and just double check. Yeah, we have 4 score multipliers. 2 for the temples, 2 for the fortune tellers. We can add this next building pack right away. Great. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need the space for farms. I am gonna need the space for farms. These plateaus, they're only gonna be for wheat fields, nothing else. Next building to place. I could play something like a Fisher to help scale my city centers. This is where I wanted to play him. And the city center over here is where I wanted to play it, so it's hopefully in range of that. Like, just barely. Okay, sure, sure. Fisher, here. I guess I'd rather play a building that's worth more than what the Fisher is, because the fortune teller... I'll get into it in a bit. Let me see where I can play a park for a lot of points. Now is it fine to delete trees? Out of range of the Hermitages, yes. Hermitages are gonna go 1 here, 1 here. Maybe I have enough enough wall platforms to play 1 more over here. Do I play the Hermitage now, actually? This might be it. Okay, so this is... Yeah, why not? It's going to score a bit more off of some parks, but, like, I'm going to be deleting trees with every new park that I play. Alright, 222 compared to taking up more of this space here for 226. I like 226 better. Okay, I might undo this building. Might. Don't have a score multiplier on it or anything. It does leave enough space for 130 points back here, which is good. It's not great, but it's good. I like that there's another spot to put a Hermitage that isn't just like dead in the water, you know? Not like this Hermitage over here. There's not enough space to play 1 out the back here. And that's where one of the mountain shrines is going to go anyways. So this earns us another 18 points, or I guess 15, because I had to play this building and then I get 6 buildings out of it. What's another building that I play? I don't think I play the second Hermitage back. Why wouldn't I play the second Hermitage back here? Oh, I could have played the wall platform here and then parks on top of it. Okay, what's the average points that I need per building to make it worth it for Fortune Teller? I'm going to need to score like 40 points per building. The parks that go down here are going to be worth 30, which only scale the Hermitage up by 5, so that doesn't feel like it's worth it to be played before the Fortune Teller. It would be worth it to play before the Hermitage, but I think I still just want to, I want to hyper focus on these Fortune Tellers. I don't think I rush out the second Hermitage as a way to try to get more points for the Fortune Teller. What else could I rush out? As like a big point scoring building. No. No, the monument definitely isn't going down yet. We need more parks around it. No. Oh, ooh, it does hit most of the trees up here. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, well, I still need more houses in range. And like one deleted tree doesn't matter as much anymore because I don't need to worry about nature interactions. Pyres, don't want to be playing a bunch of my wheat fields. Okay, it doesn't feel like I rush out any other building. So to be able to score enough points, it's a cliff house or a park. I feel more privy to a park currently. This is one of the placements that I wanted to make. Does this placement work afterwards? No, it's not one of the placements that I wanted to make because I wanted to fit a thick park in there. And if I fit a thick park in there, there might be enough space for another one down below. Might. That'll be rough if there isn't. This deletes one tree and a flower. Creates enough space for another skinny park to be played on this side. I like it for 63 points. It's not going to be taking many points away from Hermitages. All right, and then I can play... Did you get worse somehow? No. Okay, so you're still 51. So, if I play buildings that are worth at least, like, I think it's just under 40 points, so like 37 points per building, I'm still going to be making points on this Fortune Teller. So I can still play a few more parks. I can play this Shaman. That's going to be worth enough. So now, does it go down here, or does it go over here? I want to place a wall platform here. I want to save the ability to place a wall platform here for later, because I think my industry buildings will need it. So 75? 75 is great to me down here. All right, and then we're continuing to play parks. This 50-point park is good. We've got another skinny park, which I think is lined up to go here, but that's deleting a few too many trees for my liking. That's going to be saved to be played later, unless... Does this only delete one? I think that deletes two. That deletes two. Okay, so it doesn't go down. This also deletes two, and it's going to be in range of at least one of the mountain shrines. Could I play one up here? So this is where I want my monument to go, but a few parks up here couldn't hurt. Hold on. How much better is my monument further out than further back? This is worth 97. This is worth 89. It's maybe going to miss a few of these parks down here. And I can play a monument down here and then a monument up here. So one monument, two monument. Meaning this space is free for parks or other buildings. What other buildings would I want to play up there? Nothing, right? Hermitages don't have enough space. I could like maybe fit lumberjacks, but I think it's just better to play parks that don't delete anything. I don't want to play skinny parks up here. Thick parks, because they're too wide, would be perfect for this amount of space, because I don't think this is 3 wide. Can I play a park like this? Nope, can't. Just barely too big. Yeah. So I'd rather play 2 thick parks and then the monument in the corner compared to skinny parks. So the skinny park needs to find a different location. What about bridging the gap here? Because this isn't going to be used by anything. It deletes 1 tree unless I pull it back some. Right? That's not deleting anything behind it. This is a 52-point skinny park. And I think I might have enough space to play one beside it if I hug it to the Hermitage, so I'm going to do that for a loss of 2 points. And hopefully I can fit one more skinny park in there. Let's get a thick park up top. Doesn't matter if it's like top aligned or bottom aligned. Maybe, actually, I can... No, there's no way that I can fit a skinny park around it. All right, I still need to be playing parks worth 40 points, so I'm hesitant to play that thick park up there. Hold on, I should actually undo this park before I make that decision, because I might be ripping the fortune tellers now. I might still wait, but I might take it. We'll see. Okay. 500-point fortune tellers. I need to be scoring at least 40 points per park. This is 40 points. I could probably find, this is going to be a skinny park later, but that's only worth 23. What about lumberjacks? Are they worth a lot? They're worth 42 points here, and I can fit in 2 of them. That means that lumberjacks are worth it as a building, and parks can be worth it as a building. I need to play probably 5 buildings to get around this bar this time around. If I play a wall platform here, I eat the points on one building, but then I can score buildings in the future that are worth 40? I don't know. I want to save this area for my Hermitage specifically. And I definitely don't want to rip a monument yet. I would rather have all of my parks down before that happens. So I think this is truly the time that I send it on my fortune tellers. I don't think there's a way for me to get this amount of points out of 6 buildings. If I were to rip a sauna early, I could, but I only have 3 lumberjacks down, and because it can reach high enough to detect those lumberjacks, where is it again? Yeah, I want to wait on playing them. And I don't think I've opened up enough buildings to be like just drawing the lumberjacks yet. I think I still have like another 13 wheat fields in the pool and another 2 mills. Like there's a lot of other buildings before I get to those lumberjacks. There's still another 3 saunas in there, another 2 mountain shrines, a lot of buildings. So it is time to say yes to the fortune teller. Score multiplier. And this score multiplier is actually going to make my second fortune teller better, which is very nice. We look for a spot that is very unassuming, that isn't taking up any space or will take up any space in the future. So I remember that Connor Roberson did a video where he got like 58 sealed boons or something like that, and he played a fortune teller with a score multiplier, nothing else, after like opening up all of his boon packs for this score. I'm doing it inside of a challenge after playing that many buildings. Yeah, I think this run has the sauce. I think after doing 2 point inversions here and getting like, I want to say 3,000 points per, and these guys each being worth 800, mountain shrines being worth 300. 29k is a lot. 29k is a lot. It is weird to only have 2 seaweed farms in my building bar and none placed at this point in the game. Usually that's like my bread and butter for early scoring. This verdure probably, yeah, it's not being used over here. It has to be used for extra fish. Oh, and I can get the secret flower out of it too. Fun. Okay. So, getting to the next fortune teller. 550 points. 550 points. If I were to score another 120 points out of the next 5 buildings that I place, it's worth it. So now this is the point when I put down the extra parks and the lumberjacks that I saw for those high scoring amounts. So you're worth 44, you're worth 30. I'll keep that in mind. If I play lumberjacks down here early, they might negatively scale hermitages and things like that. Do I really care? Not that much. How much does this one delete over here? He deletes 2 trees, so I play you first, and then this one second, unless there is a better spot for a lumberjack elsewhere. I don't really think so. And if I keep them contained, then my sawmills can be better up here. Although my sawmills might be down beside my water platforms. Which side takes up less space? I think this one does. Yeah, like that. Does that save an extra tree? It saves 1 extra tree. Nice. And that gets me like 1 extra point compared to like what I need to get to the next pack. Yeah, okay. And now, because I only placed 3 buildings, this add building pack is getting me an extra 3 on top. So now my fortune teller is worth 558. Let's go grab one of our score multipliers. Let's go grab our fortune teller, and let's go find another spot to play him that isn't beside one of the other guys. So here could work. Here could work. Thinking out here, though. No, that might be used for a lighthouse in the future. I'd really like this spot, but... We'll go down here. I don't see this area being used for anything. Alright, alright. Playing fortune tellers is over. It's done. I don't need to think about it anymore. Maybe I redraw into one in the future, but I just have to take that as it comes. I'm not thinking about them anymore. God, shooting up from like, what was it? I think I started this episode at 5,000 points, 4,000 points, something like that. And now I'm already at this amount. So it was a lot of setup. A lot of setup.
What is this, my third mason?
My third. I think I stuffed 2 down here. That's it. 3. I stuffed 3 down there. Can I stuff a 4th? I can't. I could over here, but that's not as good. I could level up invert to be able to get one here, but that's also taking space away from the cliff house. I don't want to do that. I'm just thinking about where I could put this in range of the temples, because it's 20 points per. Imagine if I didn't place this wall platform at the very beginning, thinking that I'd need the extra space for wheat fields. I think I should give up on, or not I think, I should have not placed any wall platforms around the statue at the beginning, completely left it in the dust, and just saved all of my wheat fields for plateaus later. Something I could change in the future. I don't know if I'm running this challenge back. It's taken me a while. I think it's going to be hard to beat this score too. I'm very proud of what I'm getting done here. Okay, 2 masons. If I play them here, they might be in range, and that's a possibility. They're not getting me the points from being in range of all of the statues, but like, I don't need to score positively off of these guys if they're going to help scale houses that I play on top of this area and the temple that I play in this area. Where's the temple going? Or like, is the small temples going to be in range of that? Where are you? Here? Not even a little bit close. Why did I think that? Even the ones up there don't even look like they're going to be close. Like, if I move it over here, the reason why I'm getting more points from pushing it so far off to the side is that I am hitting 1 or 2 of those masons, I think. I'm not even hitting those masons from up here? That's insane. They must be, like, right on the edge, right? No, they're not even... Wow. Wow. Okay, so then I'm gonna roughly estimate where the range increased temple is. The range increased temple won't even reach this wall to see the masons. It will reach this one back here though. So that's where I go next, and then I can play houses to bounce the wisp off of the mason onto them. Or what I would rather do is play 2 masons here. No, what if I play a mason all the way down here to bounce the wisp over, just for now? And then I play 2 plateaus and a bunch of wheat fields on top of them, so that I can bounce the wisp around them a bunch. I would like to have more wheat fields before that happens, so I'm going to save my masons. I should also play my masons after I get all my cliff houses down, because they don't... Oh, they do take a -2 from cliff houses. Oh, that's going to make it really difficult to play down here for points then. I might have to find a different way to bounce it onto the mills. Or I just don't bounce it onto the mills to begin with. I think I can just send it with some cliff houses though. Like, there's nothing bad if I start playing them right now. Okay, so I want to fill up the space underneath here before I forget about it. To do so, I had this position right around here beside this cliff house figured out, and then I was going to place one right beside it up here, like the singleton that's behind this guy. By behind, I mean next in the, like, placement order. So I play you here. And I can undo that building if this doesn't work out. We're going to have to get a little bit lower, which means, like, right around here, I think. Okay, I might have to place that one further off to the left. Z and 2. I should be using hotkeys for these because I'm going to have to go through so many cliff houses. The hotkeys are actually going to save me time. 2. Come on, I know you can do it. There it is. So I play it further down and to the left. I hope that that doesn't ruin cliff house spots in the future. I think I might place these cliff houses elsewhere and put other cliff houses underneath here, because getting these two guys to line up is not going to be very nice. I'd rather get a corner shape that fits better in that corner. So let me try again. Actually, before I do this, should I play more mansions around here? Because mansions score easily off of each other, but they score difficultly off of cliff houses. I've got 14, I'm going to draw a lot more. I could play some here. Seems like a pretty good option. Does it grab the wisp? Does not grab the wisp. Okay, so I'll play a cliff house behind this mansion first, and then I'll play this guy. Where are we? We're going to 2 to grab a cliff house. Playing 1 here seems like a great idea for me. Oh yeah, getting it underground is perfect. Okay. And I could play a small single up there. I could maybe fit a small single sideways. No, it's not happening. Not gonna go underneath. Could go back here, but other buildings can take up that space. They might even gain more points from doing so. We'll wait. Mansions here. I think this takes up some space from cliff houses that could be played on that wall back there, but 34 points is hard to argue with. It does use up half a block of space. Do I have enough to play this building and then another 2 blocks beside it? No, I do not, so taking up that half a block of space does not matter. Okay, and we want to take up as little space from the cliff houses as possible. I would like to see if this is 3 long. It does definitely look like it. I don't know if I can make it 4 long. Let me see if I have a house that I can test that with. No, I don't. Houses here are worth 40 points compared to mansions here being worth 32. I think that's a small enough change that I don't want to play my houses here. I think my houses are going to find much better spots later. What about mansions underneath? 28. That is a house spot in comparison. Still up here, yeah, 32 is something I want to go with. Play it like this. Yeah, that seems good. Actually, hold. This does leave enough space behind. This is also going to leave enough space behind. I just have to double check that this is not going to, yeah, it doesn't encroach on that space, and this has enough space to slot in. Perfect. Okay, that works. We can open up the building pack. I'm fine with doing so. Nothing else to really consider before I open this next guy. Here's good. Here's also good for 27. Then I'd be shoehorning myself into a... Does that fit, actually? Hold on, can I undo you? Mansions. So this is 27. This is 33. I would like to play it for 33. This is 26. And I don't want to take up this space because I'd rather have a house fit in there. I guess I could fit a corner, or like a residential building. I could fit a corner residential building in here, worst comes to worst. I think? No, because if I'm playing it... Hold on, let me try it like this. Lining you up with a corner. You're going to snap the position. You do have enough space to play. Okay, that works then. Mansion. Just overthinking things. Don't mind me. 27 points. And then here, I could maybe play this for 18 points, but I think I'm going to have mansions that are worth more than that. That's probably a house position instead. Let me grab a house and see. Yeah, that's a house position. That's a difference of 18 points. That's going to be enough to make it worth it, in my opinion.
Next, we would want to continue playing mansions, if given the opportunity.
29 points is pretty good. It's wasting a bit of space down below. I could space it out a bit so that I have enough space to put a hut in there. It's going to be hard to remember that I'm placing a hut there, but I could do it. I do also want to place this wall platform down pretty soon. Is it going to block me from playing anything in like regular sight lines? No, not much. And it's actually going to score that mansion a bit more. I think it might have a chance to score off of this mansion here. So I'm going to have to play this green wall platform somewhere that I want it to be. This was one spot that I thought might be good. We'll actually compare them now that I've got the opportunity. This, oddly enough, doesn't delete those trees. I don't know how. And then we get the Hermitage down. Where are you? So you're worth 209 back here. Quite the amount of points. You are worth... Where is it? Wall platform. Here, that doesn't delete that tree. There. Where's my Hermitage? Here. You're worth 201 back here, but parks are worth slightly more. 20 points compared to being like nothing out here beyond the lumberjacks. So this guy is worth more points overall. I can also stick you onto land as the second position. This would be the first one. Hold on. If I play a... Because I'm going to get like 3 or 4 Hermitages. I'd have to play a backup one here. I could play one as a backup here for 131 points, and then the second up here for 217 or something like that. If I play a wall platform off here, I can't play this, the 2 Hermitage setup. Which I don't have any other spots for them. I'd rather get, or 140 points for one of them compared to nothing. Then I have a small park that goes here and a square park that goes here. That works. I like this wall platform position then. I like it well enough that it sticks around. It's not going to be played yet because I want to score some trees off of, or some parks off of those trees. So we'll wait. But now I'm going to see, do I have another? I have another green one. I have 4 wall platforms left. Do I think it's more worth it to put a wall platform up here or more for residential buildings? Well, I've got 15 and 11 right now. I think that's going to fill up these spots that I've left behind pretty quickly. I've also double stacked here, which is rough. So I think I'm going to need those spots. If I think that, okay. Could I build residential buildings on plateaus? They're not going to be worth as much as in this, like, massive area here. Maybe I could get a plateau down here instead, but that's probably where the that is where the fishers go. I could maybe put a wall platform above these cliff houses to have mansions score off of them relatively well. I could also have this green area be a spot for, like, more parks to score. Like, I wouldn't want more parks to be down here, but I could put more residential buildings. I really think that this wall platform should be used for residential buildings, and that if I do need another green wall platform, I'll come across it in my last 4. So I think it should go down elsewhere, which means that I can play it here, under this position. This is what I was, like, trying to reason about first, of like, oh yeah, there's no reason for me not to put down this wall platform other than it's a green one. Do I want to put this green one somewhere else? Okay, if it slightly overlaps, that's going to remove 1 mansion placement, maybe 2. But it might be more in range of the temple and the guild hall. I think this is going to be in range of the guild hall enough that it's still worth it for me to play. I would like it to not get rid of much cliff house space down the backside, but I don't know if that's possible. I'm going to play it here. Call it a day. Mansions on this. How much are they worth? How much are houses worth? They're worth a lot over here. They're not worth a lot over here. They are worth some amount over here, but that doesn't even score off of that wall platform, actually. It's a little bit too high. This one over here is a little bit too high. They're only scoreable with houses. Okay, so I don't really like this wall platform position then. Even if it puts more buildings in range of the guild hall here, I'd prefer to place this one over here first. What is stopping me from playing this wall platform? I can still sneak under there without having to worry about like the sightlines of this. I can maybe not get as many cliff houses underneath it. That seems like a lot of space to build cliff houses that would just be ruined by it, unless I can sneak back here to play them. But then that's also going to have to be underneath this. I would rather play some of these cliff houses first, which means I need to bounce the wisp off of this mansion and onto it. Let me play this mansion first. The reason why I didn't play this one was maybe I was going to play the wall platform over here, but not going to happen anymore. Then we grab Cliff House 2. Oh, this guy can sneak back here. Very nice, very nice. 33 points. Is there any world in which I get another one behind this guy? Oh yeah, for sure. It might be hard to line up. 33 points. Let's go there, so it's right in line with things. And then can you go over top of that guy? Why can't... Okay, so it can't be built directly on top of it for some reason, but it still fits well-ish. It's a bit hard to see under that wall platform. Oh, this is actually, like, perfectly 2 blocks of space, it would seem. Maybe I should push that guy over a bit more. I want to give myself a bit of extra wiggle room so that I can fit a singleton block under here again. Let me remove you. I could no, I can't push that singleton block any further over, otherwise it doesn't bounce the wisp. 2 for Cliff House. Put you back here, we line you up, and then we pull you out further. You don't get the extra 3 points from the statue. Let's do it right on the cusp of the statue. That's where I would... No, but we're losing like an entire Cliff House spot. Is that 3 points worth it? Come on. I need to get it back in the position that it was in before. Maybe, yeah, coming at it at more of an angle is better. You guys know what the definition of insanity is, right? I'll stick with this. Good enough. Oh, but that's the perfect position to match it up, you know? Okay, so then this guy isn't going to go up here. He's actually going to go underneath, given the opportunity. And by given the opportunity, I mean I'm going to be taking that opportunity right now. Well, I guess if the wisp bounces onto it. I need to make sure that the wisp is close enough. So then you were like down here and off to the right a bit. Right there feels comfortable for me. By comfortable, I mean what I think is going to line up to allow me to place it right there. Okay? And then we would hope to follow you up with the matching counterpart. But it might not allow me to. I feel like that's in line with the other guy. If it isn't, I'm willing to just say that I'm fine losing whatever amount of space is under there. Come on. Oh, I'm trying to wiggle him to like make sure that he's over as far as he can go. But it's hard to do so when I'm this far away from the camera, or from this far away from the cliff house. Do I actually need to be zoomed out this far to get this done? Yeah, I do. Wild. I shouldn't have gotten rid of my spot, I guess. Looks like it's hard to find again. There it is. Alright, I'm not gonna move it from there. That's where we take it. Alright, then there's going to be hopefully one more space down below here for it. Then there'd be another space for a singleton. Probably. Okay, is there any way after I get this down for it to be moved off to the right? There's a wall platform right here, so I'd need to rotate the camera a bit more like this. No. Okay. Space for one more cliff house down there. It is only worth 18 points, and it might strand my wisp. This might have already stranded my wisp. This is not stranded my wisp. That is great news. Absolutely great. Can I get you to sneak in behind the shaman? That cliff house is taking up slightly too much space. I should have moved him out for 3 less points. No! Or this guy's just hitting the shaman too readily. Okay. Oh, I could also put down this cliff house. Make it easier on myself. This is not the type of cliff house that I want to get in that corner. This one is, though. And then then this one can go underneath it, or can this one go behind the shaman? Nope, nothing's gonna be able to go behind the shaman. I have to get something that like dips into the area behind it. All right, you... No, the 2x2 is definitely not fitting up there. I think the 2x2 might fit in the underside here, and that would be a good use of space for it. Can I get it from this angle? Maybe if I go from down here? Doesn't look like I get low enough. I would have to zoom out, so then I should just do the other zoom trick. This building here might have been played too low for me to be able to get this house in, but I'm gonna give it another try. Guess, yeah, I don't need to zoom out very far anymore. It's just down here. So if I guys, do you guys know what the definition of insanity is? Alright, not gonna go for it. It's a lost cause. I don't think I need to play many more cliff houses out in this direction. Is the guild hall even gonna be able to reach these guys? No, unless I were to move it over, but then I'm losing a lot of cliff houses. Let's actually see where it's worth the most right now. 770 compared to, yeah, moving over here. It's not gonna hit as many. Okay, so I'd like to no longer place cliff houses here, and I'd like to walk them off to the right. This big guy, though, this big guy is not something that I want to have off on, like, inside my cliff house range. So playing him here seems fine. If I can play him for 20 points here, I'd prefer that. Perfect. Okay. Is this building something that can fit down there? Because, like, it's not the full 2x2 anymore, and that might have been the thing causing the issue. It's something that can fit down there, which may or may not grant my 2 guild halls points, so it may or may not be worth it. I'm just going to vibes-based say that it is worth it. I would like it to be able to bounce the wisp, and I don't think that cliff house that I played before is close enough to bounce the wisp onto it. Yeah, otherwise it would be worth 20 points. How did I even get that before? Okay, so let me zoom out a bit more. Okay, so it's not as far back as I'm thinking when I want to put it in there. Can I slide it in? Nope. Okay, so I don't even need to zoom out, I don't think, when I'm trying to place this guy. It's somewhere right around here. Why don't you fit anymore? No way you're bonking into the big guy. I'm fine with playing an unoptimal cliff house that I can get this guy tucked back where I want him to be. And I'm not going to be greedy and try to get him into any tighter of a position. He's fine there. And we get another big house anyway, so I was going to have to, yeah, place one up here. Okay, fine. Alright, if I get a small house, there's a possibility that I can fit a small house in here and then something to stack as well, so I can get rid of the space loss. I don't know, though. I'm fine locking in on my building positions so far. that's a kind of nice spot for one. Let me see what's underneath this. It's this L-shaped block. Ooh, that's a kind of nice spot for a cliff house. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to place a single there. If I can place, yeah, an L shape like this. All right, let me try placing one in here and seeing if I can get the L shape on top or behind the shaman beside it. Yes, I can. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that's what we're going with. I would also like to pull this out as far as I can, but it has the highest chance of being seen by the guild hall. This guy being sideways is nice. It's taking up less space. And yeah, I can't even play one like this. Man, I have never seen cliff house numbers like this. Granted, 2 shamans, 1 statue. I am gonna have other spots in the future where they will be beside city centers. I hope. No more shaman spots beside these guys though. No more statues. Is this a spot that I like, or is it just because it's what fits for right now? I think I'm gonna put one here and then hope that I get another. Okay, this is a 2x. It's not a 2x2, but I would have liked to have gotten something that could have shown me if I was taking up too much space there. Let me actually place this one randomly and see, is there enough space for a 2x2 here? Just barely, but it does go up a bit too high. I don't like that. I would rather play something that dips into that area. So I play this on the left side, and then I play something that dips into the area on the right. Is any of this in range of the guild hall? I really don't think so, but there was 770 before. I feel like a couple more buildings would have been added so that they can be in range. One of the cliff houses, right? The one underneath. If I push it in this direction, yeah, it doesn't even reach those cliff houses if I push it all the way over. Okay, so the cliff houses that I play back here are not in range of the guild hall. I should just get out of this area. I think they are worth it to play as cliff houses, but if I get it in range of the guild hall, that's an extra, what is it? 10 points per building, 16, that's an extra 32 points on it. So like, playing a building here for 32 points is the exact same as playing it for no points in range of the guild hall somewhere. So like down here is the exact same amount of points as this building, which is crazy. Actually, it might be a bit more because this is also in range of the temple, which would score an extra 4 points. I'm still going to place these because I don't want to run out of spots. I kind of want to get as many wisp bounces with my cliff houses as I can. This guy, we no longer have the space to play him under here. I don't have any way to get him under those buildings. I could play him down here, and again, he's in range of the guild hall, but I don't like playing a house for 5 points. I'd rather have the wisp also bounce over to here, and then I can start playing a bunch of cliff houses in this area. Where would I want to play them next? Let me look at the guild hall and see like what walls I could play them on. We're playing it at 770. Let me look at it from this direction. Okay, so like we can fill up a few more of the spots up here, but those are a given. We cannot hit any of this wall in range. If we move it forward a little bit, we're gonna hit 750 for a while. I can maybe get a few houses down there in range, but it's unlikely. And if I were to move it fully over here, that's not gonna make up for the amount of houses down below. Cliff houses down below. So the next most likely spot for me to put cliff houses is nowhere, apart from this center block. So I do just play cliff houses for points. Okay. $29 points is not bad for a cliff house then. It's taking up minimal space. No way I can't fit this guy in down here, right? I think the building above it is taking up a bit too much space. Let me try this as an example. No, it just doesn't want to fit. I think it's because the area behind it is too rocky. That works. Can I wiggle it in from there? I can't. Okay. So then this guy needs to find a different spot that isn't going to block him in his wiggles. Maybe if I put it up high enough, it's not going to. So it's only worth 28 points back here, but that could be a loss of 1 point to get another cliff house in this area is definitely worth it. So we get you here. We walk you to the left if we can. I think it might be hitting the top of this cliff house here. So we get you here, yeah, and it does hit that cliff house. Okay, so we need to put this cliff house somewhere else. Could be played back here. Okay, now I can say that 25 points isn't bad, and I can try wiggling this guy in. Here, we move it off to the left, and then we try... I don't understand cliff house wiggles. I think that's as far down as I'm getting it. Let's try there and see if I have enough space to play around it up top. This building is not going to be a good test of that. This building is a great test of that. What the hell? What the hell? I don't know how that fits. Okay, but we take those, I guess. Trying to see how far off to this side I can get it. I guess I can get it all the way, actually. Alright, and then this is perfect to go underneath the L block that we just recently placed. So here. This is great to go above, but it could also fit in a much sneakier position, and this could be like, okay, so all of the small cliff houses that I have now should be put over here, so that I get as condensed of, buildings on my guild hall as I can, or like as many buildings in range of my guild hall and my temple as I can. There's no other space to fit it down here. There is space to fit a 2x1 up here, so I don't want to take up that spot. Is there space to fit a cliff house up here? Let me add buildings. Got 2 verdures now. I think that's all of the verdures that I have for the game. Or not for the game, but like in this draw pool. I drew 4 and then I pressed add 2 add verdure on a boon. Cliff house, cliff house, cliff house. 2. I always forget they're at the beginning now. Okay. You going back here might have enough space for something above. I actually want to test that. You here. You do not work. You work. You do? Hold on. Do you have enough space to play a cliff house down below here and then something on top of you? Right, that's as low as it goes. I really doubt it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Doubt. Okay. Where else could I play a small cliff house like this? I guess right here. Let me see about where else it could go. Can it go underneath? In behind the wall platform a little bit? No. Alright. And I think I am fine with this location. Yeah, I'm not getting better than that. Alright, and then this guy fit in here very nicely. And then this is a big one, so we don't want to play it over there, so we'll play it up top. We have enough space above this guy? We do, and I can walk it over to meet up with the other one. Just need to zoom out a bit to do so. That seems like it's as far as it goes. Now it's getting a bit more shaky. I don't like this. Right there. Okay, we have another singleton to play. And it can fit right here. I think a different building could also fit right here, but I like a small build. Yeah, a small building more than a larger one. I do want to check guild hall here. Yeah, it has enough range to see all of this back wall. I think I'm going to fill up this back wall with cliff houses as well then, compared to a wall platform. I don't like that placement. I rushed it. I want to make sure that I'm... Yeah, keeping things aligned to a grid is better. I don't know about a building this big over here. That's not a big building, though. I could also play one that, like, sprouts out of the top here, but I guess there is also space to play one here instead. So I do like one that just, yeah, it takes up no space when this happens. So then I can play something in front of it right here. I can't play something on top of it, very sadly, but I could play still something on the inside here. Maybe 2 buildings if I'm lucky. Kind of want to test that theory. And with me hitting so many of these cliff houses, do I want to like have the wisp over here? I mean, it's a loss of 40 points. I guess the like, are the losses going to offset the gains? I feel like it's, how do I get the wisp over here? Hold on, where, fountain. I thought that was going to be a much better fountain spot. Never mind. Do I have a small mansion currently? No, I do not. Do I have a mansion that can fit in here? No. So I would like to place a mansion down to pull the wisp off of the cliff houses and then somehow get a mansion here to be able to play more cliff house points, because I can't play anything on this plateau to be able to bounce the wisp over. I could play something like a tower, but that's saved for the end, for getting me a bunch of points.
Okay. Let me think about this a bit more critically. Before I play any more of my 24 cliff houses, or more if I draw them in the future,
What should I play before them? City center? Yep, that's a mistake. I had a city center play over here, and these guys might have been in range of it. I might be playing a second city center over here, but like, I don't know. That's too big of a loss of points. Was this the spot for one? I remember. Okay, it was minus. No, it was minus 4 points because it was in range of one of them still. That's fine. I could play one down here. That's going to be out of range of the guild hall though. It is worth an extra 45 points, which is more than what the guild hall is going to be giving it. I like this guy better then. So I could play my mason. No, I can't play my masons here because there's too many cliff houses in the area. Do I play a water platform here? Might not be a half bad idea. I can play buildings that are not playable on a plateau here. Let me try. See if I like the look of this city center. 27 points. And then it'll allow me to place plateaus around here that are worth more because of this city center being 27 points. I could play one that's worth 37 right here, so it's only minus 8 if I play 2 beside each other, and that's a good idea, especially with a few more buildings that'll go down here. I could play a wall platform above it at that point to get some buildings to score off of it, specifically mansions. I'm liking the wall platform position. So 1, and then 2 would have to be on minus 8, so I need to move this guy out a little bit more. So city center. Let's play it on this position first so that I know exactly where it needs to go. So there. And then... But that might not leave enough space for... it's fine, it's fine. Okay, and then these two are going to help scale future wall platforms that I put down, like this one directly above it. And I think I like directly above it so that it's as close as it can be to the city centers. So that'll help scale mansions. It'll save some spots above for cliff houses. Sure, we'll play this. I should actually play my last city center before this guy goes down so that I can get some more points off of it. Where is that city center going to go? Up here for minus 20 points. Minus 71, 64. I'm seeing a city center that goes up here so that it can still help scale the fissures. I'm not seeing it go down here for minus 63 points. I am not seeing it go over here for minus 76. I am not seeing it go down here. Could I have it go here for plus 10? It's in range of some of the fissures. I don't know if it's in range of the guild halls. It will be in range of if I put houses over here, which that's what they're going to want to be. I'm fine with this position over this guy. I think this is more prime real estate for mansions. Well, I'm only thinking that because of how many cliff houses are nearby, but that might not scale them as much as I'm hoping. I think this is still a fine city center placement. Okay, so you. I am playing very fast compared to what I did. I think that I've like burnt out on this level of like, oh, I played the early game, I played my mountain shrines and my large fortune tellers. Now I can just play all willy-nilly because like I've gotten to hit some pretty big breakpoints. Is there... Okay, so like playing better in the early game means, of course, that you get better fortune tellers. That's huge. Playing better in the early game means that you get more vergers for your mountain shrines to do better. But since like I've already capitalized on those and my blossom boons and things, it feels like I don't have to think about those as much. I don't think I'm thinking about my residential area at large of a scale as I should be, mostly because it's outside of the range of my Guildhall Temple Pit. And that's where like a lot of my points are going to be coming from. If I'm not scoring any points off of these guys, it feels like it's like doubly as less or even more than that of points that I'm losing if I'm playing fast. I mean, like, I can allow myself to play fast, right? There's not as much of a need for me to think about the buildings that I'm placing. Should I? Probably. Okay. Fisher seems like a pretty good building to go from here. I should have played these guys before the city centers because they get 1 extra point per if I were to play them here, but it's not the end of the world. If I play them right in this corner, there's nothing else that gets played here, and they're worth 44 points. They're not going to be worth any more points in any other position. It's actually where they are worth the most points. Okay. So we can play like 2 or 3 back here. Then they're all together for when... what is it? The harbors and the docks get played. This is worth 23 as an example. So I can play 2 more fishers over here. This one and this one. And my next fisher can go over here. Hey, look at that. Another fisher. Guys. I've made a mistake. So this can spawn more trees and stuff. That's great and all. I could also make it spawn more fish. These guys, these 3 that I placed could have all been worth an extra 6 points. That's 18 points lost per verdure. I've got 2 of them. Okay, okay. Where's the flower? That's the flower? I don't think I can get the bonus flower from here, but I can get it really close to the other fish, which I like. So I'm going to do so. I want to save this spot for docks and harbors, so I think these fish are going to get spawned all the way out here in no man's land. No, but then the docks and harbors aren't going to be near them. This is space that was taken up by plateaus. This is going to be space that's taken up by nothing. This feels like a safe enough spot, especially because it's in range of both of the fishers. I'm going to play it here, and then I can look at dock and harbor spots around it to see what they're looking like. Ooh, the docks and the harbors actually want to be pointed towards all the houses. I forgot about that. So they're going to want to face in like this direction inwards. The docks, if they're small, can be played along... Ah, okay, okay. So then I could play, what is it? My plateaus? I don't think I can play them against the edge of my plateaus. Oh, that's rough. Okay, let me get rid of these fish. I want to have the plateaus down here to play wheat fields on. How many wheat fields can I get roughly per plateau? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to assume it's 4x4, just like wall platforms. Because I think you can also build in a 6x6 pattern on these with houses. Okay, so that means that I just need 2 plateaus to fill up all of my wheat fields for. My wheat fields I want to have in range of like where my warehouse goes. I think that's fine if they go further out in no man's land. Even if they don't hit the extra points from the city centers or the masons, these mills might not be worth as much. They're going to be worth a lot more based off all of the wheat fields that are here. I'm going to have to somehow bounce a wisp over there because getting an extra 100 points on the wheat fields, yeah, that's worth it. Not something I think about yet. I think I'm at a loss right now. And okay, not exactly at a loss, but like there's too many options presented in front of me. I think I need to take some time to cool down. I'm gonna take a break, gonna come back at this in a day. Thanks guys for watching this one, and I will see you for more Mount Roberson.